You ever have a spec in WoW where you just use 10 buttons and it works fine, but then you switch over to a different spec and then your action bars end up looking something like this? Why is that? One thing I noticed about the class specs in WoW is that they all have a different number of abilities. This can cause problems when it comes to setting up your class, as you have to mix and match all spells on your action bars and make sure that the keybinds translate well between specs. In some cases you would have a spec with 18 abilities while another spec will just have 23, right? Some specs work, some don't. A spec that I think that works kind of well is a Paladin. When you're in Ret, you have Crusader Strike, Blade of Justice, and Templar's Verdict. In Prot, you got Hammer of the Righteousness, Avenger's Shield, and Shield of the Righteousness. In Holy, you've got Holy Shock, Holy Light, and Word of Glory. Essentially, you can place these abilities in the same button, depending on your spec, which is actually quite nice. Usually. Another example of this is a mage. Fire has Fireball, Frost has Frostbolt, and Arcane has a delete button. With an effective playstyle, you can actually enjoy the classes or the specs that you're playing. I can literally play a mage with just 3 buttons on the screen and still have a lot of fun simply because it feels good to play, and throwing a bunch of Pyroblast at the enemy faces is always fun to do. Now, yes, there are some abilities that you don't need to actually add to your action bar or need key binding. These abilities are like buffs and they get used once in a while. You can also set up macros, something like the help and harm macros. These are dynamic macros that change depending on your target. If you've got an enemy, you cast a damaging ability, but if you've got a friendly, you will cast a healing ability. Thing is, if you're a new player coming into WoW, and you want to learn about the different specs, good luck. Because nothing anywhere will tell you about these things, and it's something you just have to figure out on your own. Now the Midnight expansion is coming with all the class pruning and all the class ability reductions. I understand some of the, I guess, the criticisms and some of the things that people don't like, how, they're dumbing down the game. But even still, I do think not only is it a good idea, but I also hope that they actually consider making sure that all the classes are lined up with one another. This is actually one of the main reasons why I tend to just avoid certain classes altogether. It's the inconsistency that I just have to deal with. It takes time to learn a spec, and then when you change to a different spec, you have to learn something else brand new. But it's not just the spec you're learning, it's how you plan to approach it on a keyboard that you have to also figure out. Some specs, they work well. Others are just, they ruin that experience for me. And it's something that I really hope Blizzard actually considers when it comes to the class changes. And I really think it'll actually help when it comes to actually just creating a character. Because honestly, for me, I find it easier to just make a brand new character and learn how to play that character, max it out, and then delete the character and actually apply what I learned to the current character that I'm playing with. That's just how I think about it. But again, I hope it's something that is actually gets considered with the Midnight expansion. I just wanted to get that out there. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see yous when I see you. This is fine.